against. They're going to go respectful, so it will be the mid lane Karma. Pretty low damage comp, you'd have to say, from KT Rolster. The Gnar is not going to be known as a reliable damage threat outside of lane. Otherwise, it's going to be a rotational early game focus comp, and there's still early game tools from the Tigers. So while there's not necessarily a defined win, Way's in a really bad spot for the Orianna.
Yeah, intelligent maneuvers.
No tether flash option open. Goes now.
Yeah, and there's going to be the snare. There is no chance that Lava's going to get out of this. There's the pop, and the easiest first blood of Score's life goes down in the mid lane. I'm actually not sure whether that is the case. There's the follow-up CC. And the teleport from Pawn. He wants to... No. Decides to... So nothing gained from the gank on the bottom side of the map, and now Score making a return visit to the mid lane.
He's being a jerk.
Oh, he certainly is. There's the flash knock-up. Lava, you are most certainly dead once again, and target the new guy is certainly being a thing. KT, the bullies of Summoner's Rift. A lot of good for him if Key isn't present, though, so he's going to wander back.
Well, it's time for a top lane adventure for Score.
Yeah, and Shy was successfully baited in. He's going to get knocked up. A Cocoon is going to land in the mid lane, and Score is going to grab yet another kill. Oh, this is disastrous as Spawn's chasing after Songwon, who just can't skitter fast enough, I don't think. A Q is dodged, but that's going to be another snare. Can Lava get here in time? It looks like it. Shockwave is going to come in. Pawn is just looking for that one last Q, but can't get it. Spiderlings are going to be enough.
When you get a snowball first blood and get Tiamat, that's what happens. Smeb didn't use ultimate in that previous engagement because he didn't have it available. It was a couple of seconds away from cooldown, yet they still picked up the kill. I see that Gnar bar go up, and you know that Score gets more and more interested about this.
Yeah. We'll be able to
He's going in.
He can Gnar Shy back into Score as well. There's the flash Gnar. The knock-up comes in, and Score is everywhere today. He wants to do Baron. Okay. It's 11 minutes. Can't do it yet. He still might go there.
Wait in the damn pit till it spawns.
Yeah, exactly. It's only 8 minutes. Do you have any
Not
patience?
This again.
Oh, God. Lava flashes. Score goes under the turret. Has to flash to avoid that shockwave. As now Devour has to be used. Grey Health eaten up there by Mata, who still has the flash. Isn't going to use it. And that's actually going to spell his death. Songwon was down here as well. So I think somewhat after the draft that they did need to get themselves an advantage if they wanted to be able to take this game down. Lacking damage in the late game is certainly something that you could say about this composition.
But kind of as a data point, it gets a little bit less relevant as Pawn's caught.
Yeah, this is one of those classic Pawn moments where he's taken down, much like this more utility-based build does do more damage.
Definitely Sensor and Athenes have great synergy together as well.
Yeah. See whether he just goes, oh, okay. Arrow going to miss Songwon, but he's still in a little bit of trouble. Good tongue lash for the slow. Mata has to walk all the way around. There's the snare, Songwon. You ain't going anywhere, brother.
Smeb's entering in Mega Gnar form. Has flash, but Mega Gnar times out.
Just going to throw some boomerangs around, and we'll have to hop out. Doesn't get arrowed.
Not the best teleporter Smeb's life.
No, wouldn't put it down as one of those, but still. Needs to spend some time with his friends, which is great.
He can stay, though, and as a ranged auto attacker, help them take down the turret would be first brick.
Yeah, fair few minions here, and not a massive amount of range. That's the exhaust onto Songwon, but Songyun, sorry, is Score. He's going to make his way in. May get stunned under the turret. Okay, he's going to fall down. That's all too easy, and that is shutdown goal going to the Callista. I don't think any more could have gone wrong there, Papa Smithy. Lava almost gets the kill onto Pawn as well. Deft flashing, Shy in trouble. Smeb in Mega Gnar form and is going to get a Gnar underneath the turret. Massive stun, but they're just healthy enough. And minutes in, Hurricane and Blade of the Ruin King done for the 3-0-1 Callista. Songyun already 100% win rate on this champion, admittedly with a sample size of 1, but there's ever a good news story, it is certainly that, as here's a big gank onto the Crocodile. Yep, Shy, you are mega dead.
He's going to try and clear the wave and hope for third shots to do extra work, but it's 18 minutes in, they don't. No. ROX getting other advantages on the maps, they're not trading down.
Here as well, hasn't actually discovered anything, and this is just going to go to the Tigers. There's not going to be an option because Rend is such a big deal. Songwon's going to lock down that Baron buff, and can KT actually get anything off the back of this? Doesn't look like it. Fate's call. Songyun wants to turn this around. They're looking for the pick onto Mata, and I think the call is to let the catfish go. The ROX are all over this game. Engage. The composition's good from the Tigers. Their early game control was not necessarily there with Score taking over the game, but if you get it handed back to them, best be ready. As now Score is going to be taken down. This looks to be the last-ditch effort from KT as Deft. Big shields coming in, but he just can't get the damage through that Unbreakable. In goes Smeb, 4-man Nah, as the Fate Score is going to save the support. Mata gets down, that's going to be the Shockwave, but it's only onto the Tahm Kench. And at least Smeb is going to survive. These health bars are extraordinarily low. Pawn wants to capitalize, but he's got no mana to do games. ROX Tiger's season has not been one of 100% win rates, Papa Smithy. There hasn't been a story that you can really tell. So once again, very impressive, but key also, this Braum has been instrumental getting the bottom lane back into this series. This tower should fall pretty quickly, as it does. Oh, an arrow expertly dodged, actually, by the ROX Tigers. Thought that one was going to land. Prey Seeker also just going to fall all the way through. Mantra Q also not going to find the mark. ROX being very slippery, and now they're going to go for the engage. Smeb immediately destroyed. Redemption's going to be available, cleans up the backline as far as the health bar, and Deft, he's been exhausted. Two-man Shockwave from Lava, and that is the performance we wanted, the debut. He finally gets, and on to the fountain goes Songwon. Okay, Score's going to be able to grab that kill, and that's going to be the Nexus falling down. Tigers answer back and even up the series against KT.
Picture perfect example of a throw Atlas coming through from KT Rolster. The only thing ROX Tigers